Namaste, namaste, my friends. Here we are for a special full moon tarot. Full moon in Mercury Retrograde. Full moon in Mercury Retrograde. And here we are for a special tarot session to see what does this full moon in Mercury is bringing us all. I'll do all the signs as quick as I can. I'll try to keep this session short so all of us can go through all our sun, moon, and rising signs. Today is also a very special day in India. We have something called Raksha Bandhan, which is a day when sisters tie a sacred thread like these two here, for protection as a male entity, as the masculine entity which would prevail in the family, supposedly. Hopefully. So they are praying for their own brother's safety, and they are asking for the brother to protect them as well. Don't take it misogynistically, it is just men being taught their responsibilities. Just that reminder of their responsibilities. And hopefully with this they can also respect women who are not of their own family. That's the idea. Okay, so full moon in Mercury retrograde in duration of the Lion's Gate portal. Very, very special moon indeed. And let's see what messages does it have to bring to all of us. So let's first get a card for the entire world, if there's a message for the entire world. The last time we got transformation, which was a death card. This time, okay. It's burdens and responsibilities. Right, an apt message for the Mercury retrograde. The message is 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is all about burdens and responsibilities that we have. Some of us may be shouldering a lot of burdens also on behalf of others. Financial burdens, emotional burdens, mental burdens, all sorts of burdens. Okay, so burdens doesn't just mean things that have been handed to us, but also things that we have willfully taken. Like the person in this card is holding 10 wands all in one go, and those wands are not tied together. So first message is tie your loose ends. Okay, tie the loose ends in your financial situations, tie the loose ends in your relationship situations. If there are burdens that you're shouldering on behalf of others, in that case you may let some of the burdens go. I'm not talking about all of them, but you can let some burdens go, because people are supposed to take care of their own burdens too, to a great extent. So let some burdens go and be willing to take that extra responsibility. So if you're aiming to go high or aiming high and trying to go strong, be willing to do that extra step, because for a lot of us this last few years have been tough. Finally it seems like, okay, we are being given opportunities and responsibilities. So while letting go of some extra burdens, try and put that energy that you'll be saving into taking extra responsibilities for your own growth and the vested projects that you put yourself into. Be willing to hard work, of course, and aim towards completion. Okay, like this person has got loose ends on or loose burdens. Basically, if you would tie them up in a nice neat bunch, these wands that he's carrying, it would become much easier. But all he's trying to do is hold on to them with two different hands at two different angles, and it's not working. So there must be a lot of things that you can see which are not working. One, try to tie the loose ends. Okay, that'll save you a lot of time and effort. And whatever time and effort you save, be willing to put in that extra effort for your own growth, because now it's time to head towards completion. The Mercury retrograde is in the middle. We are more so not in the middle, like towards the last end. There's another week or so to go. 1.5 weeks, no, 27, no, half, 1 week. 1 week, almost 1 week. Right, so with that message for the world, we move on to Libra very quick. Libras, Libras, Libras. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we are, my Libras. Doing a speed run with a tarot reading. Okay. Right, Libras. So carrying from the Ten of Wands, your first card is Six of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and then Knight of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so carrying on from Ten of Wands, it seems like you are finally getting on top of things, putting loose ends to tying those loose ends, getting some public recognition, facing a few victories, some purposefulness, some progress, and some self-confidence. Right, so it seems like good. Compared to your last reading, it seems like, okay, things are working, you're moving more in the positive direction. Now it's Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles means, okay, very good time for you to sow those seeds that you've been wanting to sow. Do the due diligence in your work, show passion, aim for high standards, be willing to be an apprentice or learn new few things, try to gain mastery over things, new skill development, and repetitive tasks. That means be willing to do the same things over and over again so that you can gain absolute mastery over them. So any things that you do right now will be very fruitful during this phase, it seems. Any new tasks that you want to take up on or finishing the old tasks will work very quickly. Knight of Wands is showing up again, so that means there is energy, there is passion, there is inspired action, and a sense of adventure, fearlessness, but at the same time impulsiveness. So be careful of that impulsiveness. Make sure that you've learned the new things that you wanted to learn, and then go full force after it, because this is a really good time. Okay, that concludes the reading for Libras. That concludes the reading for Libras. And now it's time for Scorpios. Please do like, subscribe, share, comment. I'll keep saying until you do. It matters to me, it matters to you, so that I can bring you more content, more stuff. I've been thinking of doing some talks of esoteric in nature, let's say. So if you want to hear about a topic, a subject, if you want to learn more about something, if you write a comment, I will make some video about that for you in the way you like. If you would like me to dress as Clint Eastwood, I can do that as well. Okay, so my Scorpios, the first card for you is here. Any other message for Scorpios? Scorpios, during this full moon of Mercury Retrograde and the Lion's Gate of August 2024. Any other messages for my Scorpios? Any other messages for my Scorpios? You know, one of my best friends from childhood is also a Scorpio. And so is my brother. Mysterious characters, my dear Scorpios. Okay. We have your cards, we have your cards, cards, dear Scorpios. Carrying on from Ten of Wands, the first card is the Lovers. The Lovers means, okay, now with the carrying on from the Ten of Wands, it means there may be things that you really want to do, because Lovers, I'll first take it as yourself, self-love. So there may be things that you want to do, but you're not able to do because you've spread yourself too far and wide. Tie those loose ends so that you can find time to do things that you really love to do. That's part one. Second is, if you are willing to able to tie up those loose ends, you will have more time for your loved one or loved ones. There is love, harmony, there is time for it, because there is love, harmony, relationships, and maybe partnerships, some sexuality, some passion, some alignment, deep love, things like that showing up. So a lot of emotional matters would come into picture. A lot of emotional things that you've been wanting would come into play, as long as you're willing to tie up those loose ends and make up some time for your loved ones. Next card, King of Cups. See, it's all your emotional factor that is showing up right now, my Scorpions. Emotional balance. That's something that we've been hoping for, and inner emotional balance seems to be the theme and achievement for this time. When the world is in chaos, or if the things around you are in chaos, and you can maintain your inner harmony and peace, somehow you would be the person who would be able to solve or overcome most of the things. And Scorpions, I've seen you have that power, that stability. You are that earth spirit. Like no matter how tough things go, Scorpions dig in and hold their ground. Okay, so emotional balance and compassion, maybe a little diplomacy as well in relationships, control and being the supportive leader, gaining tolerance and empathy, right? So seems like your loved ones are demanding some attention from you in the areas of emotion and balance. Some of them maybe even over demanding. So it seems like you will be able to empathize with some people, with those people, and find some emotional balance within yourself and help them attain emotional balance as well. Next card for you too, Eight of Pentacles. Wow, it seems to be the time. Okay, I would say this to every sign now, okay, since it's showing up so many times. Sow your seeds, put your ideas, do a reality check and sow in seeds of things, or start putting attention of things that you would actually want to grow. If you've been growing weeds around, time to grow things that actually give you fruits for a longer time in life. Okay, Eight of Pentacles shows up again, so which means due diligence, passion, high standards, apprenticeship, be willing to learn new things, aim for high standards, look for skill development opportunities, and be willing to do repetitive tasks, because it will polish your skills, bring you mastery over your current profession and the things that you want to learn. Wow. King of Wands for you too. Okay, seeing things, see, as the Mercury retrograde is coming towards an end, everybody's shooting through this wormhole or vortex or whirlpool, whatever you want to call it. It's doing in some incredible things for all of us. Interesting. So Knight of Wands shows up, which means haste. You would want to do things fast. Things will happen fast. And there's energy, passion, inspired action, adventure, sense of adventure, the spirit of fearlessness, and that impulsiveness that I always warn people about. Like there's impulsiveness, but then be careful. Be careful, because you're not prepared for all the battles that you might be going into. Carrying on from the Ten of Wands, the first card, the base card, be sure of the battles that you want to pick, or be sure of the directions that you want to take. Tie up the loose ends first, then focus towards new adventures. Okay, Scorpions, let that be your reading. I hope it resonated with you and brought you some insights. Please do like, subscribe. And we move on to, I'm saying like, subscribe too many times, but then yeah, sometimes it's that people watch their own reading and then not the rest. So, okay, I'll stop. Right, now time for Saggies, Sagittarians. Let's see what this full moon during Mercury retrograde in the Lion's Gate, what messages does it have to bring to you? My dear Sagittarians, there's card number 1. Okay, seems like we'll have to do with you with one card. I don't know. Let's try again. Any messages for my Sagittarians? Okay. There we go. So I'll open all the cards quickly first, and wow. Okay. Okay. Right. So carrying on from Ten of Wands, which means overburdens and responsibilities and things going a little haywire. That means that you have responsibilities, but you're not able to take care of them completely. So we move on to Four of Pentacles. Now, Four of Pentacles is all about saving money. If my Saggy friends, if you have been spending money here and there, let this be a warning, and it's being asked for you to save money. I see some trouble in your reading. So save money, work towards security, be conservative. There may be scarcity. Take control of frugality. Take control and be frugal. Whatever you need to be, whatever needs to be done in, let's say, 100, whatever, try to do it in 10 or 20. Frugality. Okay. You don't need to be extravagant in this moment, at this point in your life. Then there is the Tower. Now, Tower in your case is upside down. So I'll read the Tower upside down, which is personal transformation, fear of change, averting or delaying disaster, and suffering, maybe collapse in stormy times, restlessness. So of course, there are some structures around you too which are collapsing or which are breaking, but then you may have some resistance to them. You may be resisting personal change as well. See, the Death card already showed up like 2 readings ago, which was during the last reading for the entire world. Which means now with the Ten of Wands, if you're not willing to do things on your own, things will be done to you, or things will happen around you, which you will not be able to handle or manage. So be willing to go through that personal change. If you're resisting, sorry, no choice right now. The transformation is mandatory for everyone. No choice over there. Now it's the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords says be intelligent about it. Okay. Have unbiased judgment. Be strict on yourself and others too. Unbiased is unbiased towards yourself as well. You cannot be biased towards yourself and be a queen or a king. Not a just queen or a king anyway. So just queens and kings don't last for that long. Right. And there is independence. So you may be aiming towards independence. There is clear boundaries, making clear boundaries. Direct communication, as in some sharp words may be flying here and there. Be careful of that. Have a clear mind though, and be perceptive. So whatever is not being said, be perceptive of that too. That means some ultra intelligence is required on your behalf to be able to solve this situation or to overcome this situation. Right, now there is Seven of Swords. Okay, so this is a second indication that you may be running away from things or hiding things from yourself or being untruthful. Therefore, people are also being untruthful to you. There is betrayal in the cards. There is deception. So you may be deceiving people or people may be deceiving you, or both of that may be going on. Now, it is also putting away something, as in running away from responsibility or things that need to be faced. So upside down Tower and the Seven of Swords is pointing towards the same thing. Running away from change or running away from responsibilities or running away from things that are evident and need to be taken care of. So being kind of dishonest to yourself and dishonest to others. Dishonesty basically. And running away from something. Trying to getting away from something. So basically like stealing away something and trying to get away with it. Be careful. Also, this may be an acting, you may be acting strategically, but then there is trickery involved. So strategic trickery may be required at some times when there are difficult enemies to defeat. Only that time it is allowed to be deceptive. So if it is that kind of a situation, okay. If not, be careful, because any dishonesty that you do to yourself, that is the worst kind of thing that will come back to you, backbite you in the worst kind of way. There is again Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands means that, okay, over here I would say you do not want to face your responsibilities. You do not kind of want to face your karma. You may be being too spendy or too lavish, and due to which you may be facing some problems now. Be willing to face these problems because there is no other way. Otherwise, these burdens that you're facing will only increase. So focus on your burdens, be willing to change, use intelligence, discernment, unbiased judgment towards yourself and others and situations, and be willing to face whatever it is that you're trying to run away from. Otherwise, your burdens are going to increase. Make use of this time of transformation, please, my dear Sagis. I hope this reading finds you well and gives you some insights of things that you need to do. If Sagittarian is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this reading should be applicable to you. If you find something that you would like to point out or incorrect, or some situation you'd like to discuss, drop me a message.